Hello there comic book fans, this is Liam from Nerdelicious Comics, and I'm bringing you a delayed video for last week's comics. I've been having a few problems with my laptop, and I've just decided to, instead of having a gap in reviewing comics, I'll just do a crappy recording on my phone. So apologies for the quality, and without further delay, let's get started with Batman The Return, one shot. This is good. I think it started off quite slowly, but it picked up nicely in the end and tied in nicely with Batman Incorporated, which I also picked up, which I'll review in a second. I have to say, I think Morrison and Finch work well together. It shows you, it's got the extras and stuff in, and like it shows you the script and stuff and how I want to do things. And I thought it was a nice touch. I mean, it is a $4.99 book, but I definitely think it's worth having this Batman collection. I'd give this a 7.5 out of 10, or 7.5 if you don't understand it. Solid book, solid book. And I say it ties in nicely with Batman Incorporated, number 1. The book was good, and then it totally ruined it for me at the end. The ending was absolutely stupid. Just ridiculous. It's just totally turned us off from buying any more books. I've got Return, I've got this, and that'll be it. Not going to be on anymore. There's too many titles at the minute, especially Batman. They've got me going out from all over the place, and the ending, like I say, that for those who haven't read it, flick through it, have a look at the last panel. Even just by itself, it's stupid, but in context of the story, like where they are kind of thing, I think it's even more stupid. So, otherwise, I would have given it a 7.5 out of 10, like the previous book, but because of the ending, I'm going to drop it down to a 7. Like I say, most people will probably enjoy it, but the ending just ruined it for me. Batman 704, sees Tony Daniel take over reins, writing and penciling this time. It pretty much sets up Dick Grayson's status quo in Batman Incorporated, and it was probably the weakest out of 3 Batman books, but I did enjoy this a little bit more than Incorporated. So like I say, that terrible ending. Not bad. Definitely going to be keeping up with the title. It'll probably be one of the only Batman titles I do stick through. But overall, solid start, and I'm looking forward to seeing where it goes from here. Give it a 7 out of 10. Brightest Day number 14, as well as the regular cover. I also got the Ivan Reis Deadman variant because I thought that's just absolutely awesome. This book was good. I really enjoyed it. I was contemplating it being comic of the week. It's like my early favourite, but then the Woman's Day just blew us away. So you probably guess why, with it being there a week late. But I really enjoyed the story in here. I liked the Batman segment, and then I liked the Deadman segment, and then I think it tied off nicely, especially reading Justice League Generation Lost. The ending of this book tied in nicely to what's happening there, or what has happened. So I definitely recommend this title. Maybe pick it up from a few issues back if you're jumping on. But you won't go wrong. Jeff Johns, Peter Tomasi, Ivan Reis. Just solid. So I'd give this book an 8 out of 10. Avengers number 7. This is the start of the Red Hulk storyline. Now, I'll be honest, I enjoyed John Romita Jr.'s work. I saw on the previous video, hopefully, and I'm sketching the Wolverine, which I have on my wall. And the only criticism I have on the art in this, which is a lot better from previous issues, is that it took us a while to work out that was actually Parker Robbins. But other than that, the story was okay. You get what you pay for. It's a main Marvel title. You get a solid story. Can't really complain at that. Give this a 7 out of 10. Deadpool Corpse number 8. title's terrible. Just don't pick it up if you aren't on very no inkling at all and it being any better than this. Give it a 5 out of 10. It's crap. X-Men number 5. This is Secret Weapon Wolverine going against the X-Men and all of the mutants on Utopia. And then there's a little twist at the end and nice little story. Keeps it ticking along nicely. Not much to say about this book really. I enjoyed Medina's work from the with a mouth, so to follow them with X-Men. And I haven't been disappointed so far. Solid issue. I give this a 7.5 out of 10. Superman 705. Wow. This book is so boring. The grounded story isn't working for us. I jumped on with GMS taking over the title, and now I've found out that he's dropping Superman. I'll probably just collect that and get out of it. It's a good premise, but poorly executed, I say. I'll give it a 6 out of 10. Not great. This, however, was very good. Batman Superman number 78 started with Joe Kelly on the title, and I don't know if I mentioned it in the previous video, but Joe Kelly's my favourite writer, and I definitely wasn't disappointed. I liked the premise of the story, and it was just nicely done. The only complaint I have is at the bottom. The Power Girl Hunters little team up story thing was unnecessary. I mean, it was only a $2.99 book, but I'd much rather prefer that than not be in and have a longer story, a more in-depth story. I kind of knocked put points on because it was unnecessary. So I'm going to give this a 7.5 out of 10. Would have been an 8 if it wasn't for the backup story, which I didn't really enjoy. Definitely a good book to pick up with it, especially if you find the Joe Kelly. Dakin Dark Wolverine number 3. The series is okay. I've followed Dakin since Dark Wolverine 75, and I'm going to maintain it because he's one of my favourite characters. Enjoy what's happening. You finally find out who the Ghost Wolverine is. I'm not going to spoil it for you. So he's ticking along nicely, and I like the twist at the end, with just involving the Fantastic Four, which obviously ties into what's been done previously, which I liked, and it's looking good. I'll give this a 7 out of 10. No 7s this week. X Factor number 211. This book was okay. The only problem I have is, like Blue Goblin said on his reviews, about the overexposure of Thor. I mean, yes, it is a story with Hela, and yes, you can assume Thor's going to be involved through that, but I'm just sick of them getting rammed down with it. Yeah, they're going to see the film, or you're not. More people will probably just switch off reading books with too much Thor and just think, well, I've had enough of them. I've had enough of the character, I'm burnt out on him. So again, that drops a few marks off it. Otherwise, I would have probably given an 8.5 out of 10. So I'm going to drop to a 7.5 out of 10. Solid issue, X Factor, just what you expect. Flash number 6. One phrase can sum up this book: anticlimactic. It just sounds stupid. It's like such a waste. The twist was a little bit of a twist, but not really, in the sense of it's pretty pointless and pretty pathetic, and kind of makes it lace short a bit. Didn't really enjoy it. There's a couple of problems with lettering as well. I think it's this book, where like the lettering isn't deleted from the panel, and there's a letter missing in one of the speech bubbles near the middle. But it's a disappointing way to end the first run, and I'm looking forward to Flashpoint and everything, but this has made us a little less excited than I was. Give it a 6.5 out of 10. Thunderbolts number 150. It's like dual-sided kindness. On the one hand, I really enjoyed the story. I enjoyed what happened and I enjoyed the action. But on the flip side, I think the reprint to make it up at that $4.99 was massively unnecessary. And that basically was the only problem with it. I just don't see the point in doing that. I mean, fair enough, the oral history which you got from Moonstone and Songbird, but you don't need the reprint. It offers nothing to the story or anything. It's a good story, don't get us wrong. Definitely worth reading, but in the context of this book, it's been a $2.20 title. Leave it as a $2.20 title. Let people pick up, or maybe just $3.99. Sorry, £2.20, $2.99. But yeah, enjoyed the story. Didn't enjoy the reprint. Well, the fact there was a reprint. So that knocks marks off again. Mark knocking off this week. So I'd knock this down to 7.5 out of 10. Evil Incarcerated. Osborn, 1 of 5. Just ties in with the big time storyline, like status quo kind of thing, in Amazing Spider-Man. And I was a little bit disappointed by it. I thought it would be more of an in-depth character study on Osborn himself, which it wasn't, but at the same time, the story which we did get was good and introduced some fascinating new characters. And I'm looking forward to seeing what happens next. Give this book a 8 out of 10. There you go. Green Lantern Corps number 54. Thoroughly enjoyed the last issue, and the cast title Sinestro vs. Reina. Great fight scene. That bit was definitely the highlight of the book for me. Then the weapon act kind of lost his way a bit, I'd say, and it didn't seem fitting, and the story kind of like tailed off towards the end, which I was a bit disappointed by. This could have potentially been comic of the week if it was more of the start and less of the end, if that makes any sense. So I'm going to give this book an 8.5 out of 10. And finally, the comic of the week, as you've probably guessed, Green Lantern number 59. The last page. Enough said. Wow. Unbelievable ending. And it's just made us so excited to get number 60, because that was awesome. I love the conversation with Barry Allen and Hal. That was excellent. Definitely well written. And just what happens at the end is just awesome. Truly awesome. If you haven't checked this book out, check it out just for that last panel. It's unbelievably good. But I suppose most people have bought this anyway. As you can tell as well, it's cover B. I'll probably pick up cover A next week. Just because I'm weird like that. But I like this cover better, so I got this one. So, comic of the week, 9.5 out of 10. Pick this up. It is awesome. Okay, so sorry about the shortened reviews, and sorry for them being like over a week late. I'll do this week's stuff tomorrow. Wait, the day after I film this. So apologies for this review because I'm hungover out last night, and hopefully I'll get my webcam fixed and get back to a normal review. Okay, thanks for watching. Please subscribe and keep picking up those books. Cheers.